Good seeing you, friend. I'll take your order anytime.
Onward, men. We surround what remains of Drakenhold's meager forces, and finish them here and now. We'll crush these rats in their own nest, and the rebels who join them too.
Prince Gilbert, there you are.
Ah, Leia. I was merely reminiscing for a moment. It feels scarcely appropriate to say, given the situation we find ourselves in. But I find it difficult to believe we prepare to fight arm in arm with the Cornian royal family.
I understand the emotion, Your Highness. After all, our kingdoms were locked in fierce rivalry for what seemed like centuries.
When Cornia fell to Galerius, my father hailed it as a precursor to our long-awaited ascendance. And the only reason he granted Virginia asylum was so that he could marry her off to my brother Ludwig. All part of some grand scheme to annex Cornia after he'd thwarted Zenoira. But we both know how the war effort went. My father lost his life in the battle, and Ludwig remains missing even now. Ascendance indeed.
Your Highness,
What, is that it? Things were just getting good.
Behind me. Identify yourself this instant!
Name's Amalia. You wanna try me, girl? 'Cause I've been itching for a fight all day long. Too easy.
Can you stand, Leia?
I'm not finished yet.
Amalia, was it? State your purpose here.
Easy. I'm not gonna eat you. I heard there's a coliseum here. Fancy old place where all the strongest warriors can test themselves. Was hoping you'd open it back up again.
I can do that. Under one condition. A legion of Zenoiran soldiers descends on this city as we speak. Should you join the battle to defend it, and should we emerge with our lives, I would be more than glad to reopen the Colosseum.
Deal. Just know, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Truly a stunning victory, my fellow prince. And it could never have been possible without your timely aid. Tales of your liberation army shall echo through a freed Fevrith for generations to come. I'm certain of it.
A word, Gilbert. Thank you for everything. I plan to leave Drakenhold and accompany Elaine on his quest to crush Zenoira. I won't be needing your protection anymore.
I have no objections. Though I imagine he may. You seem all too likely to give our fine prince here an unceasing migraine.
Nonsense. I soothe his worries, not inflict them. Ah, I see how it is. You're just nervous you'll get lonely in my absence. Go on, you can admit it.
You never cease to amaze me. As for you, Leia, I'd like you to lend your sword to their cause as well.
Are you certain, Your Highness?
How else would I be sure Virginia is behaving? Go. Look after her for me.
I'll allow it.
And you, Gilbert? What will you do now?
I shall move to bolster our ranks and sharpen our blades for the impending siege of Castle Soldraga. We dealt Zenoira a heavy blow this day, yet it was merely one cobble on the much larger path toward Drakenhold's revival. The greatest battle lies still ahead, and we have much to prepare before it arrives.
Then we'll meet again ere our siege of Soldraga.
Indeed. In the meantime, I shall await you at Fort Shusa, to the southwest of the castle.
Sorry to butt in, little prince. I think you're forgetting something.
Ah, yes, the reopening of the Colosseum.
Forgive me the query, Lady Amalia, but you carry the strength of an entire company of knights solely on your shoulders. Do you not intend to put that to use for the sake of this nation?
Not really, no.
Perhaps a better question is, why do you so strongly wish to see the Colosseum renewed?
Well, it's kinda embarrassing to actually say it. But thinking about the fighters it'll bring, about the battles and the bloodshed and the brutality, it sets my mind racing.
You seek a test of strength, then?
Yeah, that's not it. Well, you doing it or not?
I've no intention of going back on my word. The Colosseum's doors will open once more.
Good kid. And hey, if you want me that bad, you know where to find me. Beat me in a fight, and I'm all yours.
We're ready to depart whenever you give the word, Your Highness.
Good. But I've been wondering, have either of you seen Berengaria?
I'll find her. Who knows what trouble she's getting up to.
Our hopes of slaying the prince have been well and truly foiled. And the blame lies squarely on your neck, Berengaria.
This neck is yours to throttle no longer. And Zenoira's woes are sweet music to my ear. But not as sweet as your dying breath will be.
Ren!
Travis, what are you doing here?
What impeccable timing. Enough of this little performance, General. Cut the boy down and return to my side.
Is he telling the truth? Have you been working with them?
I'd never. Not anymore.
You've left yourself wide open, fool!
Travis!
No!
Such a simple woman you are. That you'd shield your dear brother was an all too predictable outcome. You're nothing. No threat to anyone now. If you won't obey my choice, force will have to suffice.
Ren!
It's just as Aubin said. We should have no trouble passing safely.
And we finally have a clean source of water. This oasis is a godsend amidst all this sand.
Hey, he's back.
What news do you bring?
All sorted. We're fine long as we're here.
Meaning we're not fine everywhere else.
Sorry to say it after all the hot air I talked, but yep. Turns out we got a problem.
How so?
Well, you know how I said I got an in here? Old bandit pal of mine by the name of Magellan. Guy practically runs the place. And he does it well. At least he did. Rumor has it, he's a whole different man now. Don't know what happened to him, but he's been picking fights with other gangs for the past 6 months.
That sounds awfully familiar.
Can't say for sure, but Zenoira probably got to him.
Is there no way to avoid conflict?
Not if I can't work something out. Anyone steps foot on his land and they're as good as buried. But I'm not stopping till I know what happened to him. Why he's doing this. Mind making a little detour to his keep?
The choice is yours, as long as you're the one charting the course. And if Magellan is under Zenoira's control,
we may just be able to loosen the spell.
So, you're the pack of guerrillas calling themselves the Liberation.
Don't tell me you forgot about the coin you lent me.
As if I'd have anything to do with the likes of you!
This guy's no Magellan. Greedy bastard wouldn't forget a single gold he's owed.
Good to hear you like the guy at least.
Do it, boss.
Last I remember was meeting up with this night pal of mine. Name's Gloucester. But he wasn't alone. Some old bag of bones was tagging along, and before I knew it, he and his damn magic had me. Ugh, embarrassing as all hell. You're Elaine, yeah? Looks like I owe you one.
Bet you remember me now, too.
Like I'd ever forget. Hope you're not showing up empty-handed for both our sakes. Come on, out with it.
There's the old Magellan.
Yeah. Anyway, mind filling me in on the master plans, boss? I'm in real debt here with you saving my skin and all, and I'm not gonna rest till I've paid it back in full. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Captain, it's Magellan. He says he's back to normal and, well, he's here.
What?
Hey there, Liza. Hope I didn't make you worry too much.
You've got some real guts showing your face around here. You got any idea the kind of damage you've dealt to our men? Not to mention our morale.
I do, yeah. And I'm real sorry for that. But I wasn't doing it because I wanted to. Those Zenoira bastards were controlling my mind and yanking me around like a damn puppet on a string.
Sure they were. You ask me, it's all sounding a bit too convenient. And if you are telling the truth, what's to say you're not still under their control? You could be here to finish us off for all I know.
Easy there.
He's not bluffing, Liza. I swear by it.
And I thought you were dead. You don't look like a fake.
Still as dashing as ever, right?
Still a buffoon, more like. But I doubt that'll ever change. Fine. If Aubin sees fit to trust you, I'll just have to do the same. Not like we'd be able to fight back anyways. I can count the men I've got left on my damned fingers.
How's that possible?
I'm sure you remember Gloucester.
How could I forget? Guy's the Black Knight of Dragonhold. Prince Ludwig's personal card at that. Us Sandors would never survive without him helping us out. What happened to him?
Same story as Magellan here. He just lost it one day. Started attacking people for no reason. And with all the raids going on, whole towns have started up and fleeing the desert entirely.
A familiar tale.
Yeah. Sounds like he fell for the same trick I did.
Boss! Boss!
What's wrong?
It's Gloucester! He's coming this way!
Must have caught wind of the Liberation showing up. Come on, we retreat west to the village, then strike from there.
You plan to launch a counteroffensive?
We're as good as buried if we don't. And the only way I'm willing to go down is swinging.
Please, boss. That ring of yours can save him, I'm sure of it.
I assure you, you needn't convince me. I won't allow this brutality to continue.
Blaster!
Do it, boss.
Where am I?
Is he really back?
He should be, yes.
What have I done?
That's not so easy to hear. I've committed horrible crimes towards these people.
Their suffering is Zenoira's sin, not yours.
He's right. And the folks around here will realize it too. If you just give him some time.
But before that, Sir Gloucester, I'd ask that you join us in our quest to reclaim Fevrith.
That's a generous offer, and one I'd be glad to accept. But I can't. Even though Drakenhold has fallen, I could never abandon my post as Royal Guard. And now that I've reclaimed control of my mind, I must stay here and watch over this desert. Such are the orders my master gave me.
Apologies for cutting in. Might I have a word with this Royal Guard here?
It can't be. I take it you know each other.
Indeed. Past acquaintances from a bygone day. Would you mind giving us a moment? I prefer to stay rather private with matters like these.
Not at all. Come, Aubin. Let's give them some room to breathe.
It's been far too long, old friend.
Sure you can afford to be wasting time here?
It's no waste. You said you would join our contingent once I defeat you, and that's precisely what I'm going to do.
Confident little guy. I like that. Fight your way up the ranks then. I want to see just how far that confidence takes you.
The hour to reclaim Soldraga has finally arrived.
This fortress stands nigh in the castle's very shadow. Are you certain the enemy hasn't noticed our movements?
Such is not a concern.
Zenoira! What is the meaning of this?
You needn't be alarmed. These men here belong to me. Go on.
Yes, Your Highness. I am Herman, loyal servant and commander of the King's Guard. It's an honor to stand before you.
I believe an explanation is in order.
But of course, since even before my father's passing, these brave warriors have infiltrated Zenoira's ranks. From what I gather, many of Cornia's citizens chose to defect in the face of this perpetual war. Unfortunately, Drakenhold was not spared that same fate. Some such deserters had long harbored grievances against the crown, while others were among our most devoted vassals. And Herman here bravely donned the traitor's guise in order to learn the reason for their cold defection.
I can also vouch for him myself, for what that's worth.
In truth, our covert recapture of this fortress would scarce have been possible without he and his cadre's subterfuge.
That, and we've procured specifics on Zenoira's positions within Castle Soldraga. The fiends remain ignorant of our loyalty even now.
We shall strike with a pincer maneuver. Herman and his company from within the castle walls, and our armies from without. You need only give the word, and we commence our march.